Nigeria's cash crunch has been attributed by the Association of Senior Staff of Banks, Insurance and Financial Institutions, or as BIFI, to panic bank client withdrawals and the actions of misguided individuals holding Naira notes for their own selfish benefit. The association asks persons stockpiling Naira notes to stop doing so in a statement released by BIFI National President Olusegun Oluwole. The statement links such acts to the soaring inflation ailing the economy. He stated that the Central Bank of Nigeria had declared the previous denominations to be accepted as legal cash indefinitely, but he nonetheless advised the public not to panic withdraw money. According to a statement released on Wednesday by the Debt Management Office in Abuja, as of September 30, Nigeria's entire public debt stock was 87.9 trillion naira. That's roughly 114.35 billion US dollars. According to the DMO, the sum reflected the federal government's external and domestic debt, as well as that of 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory. Compared to the June figure of 87.38 trillion naira, the total debt stock of 87.9 trillion shows a small increase of 0.61%. Joining me now to discuss this huge amount of money, the man with the money, business analyst Chika. Mbonu, good morning. It's good to see you. So when it's big money, we bring it to your doorstep.
I wish I had the money.
0.61% of that is a good sign. But let's start with the panic withdrawal. Well, we're saying it's a panic withdrawal. And just before that, we saw the central bank talked about the inflow of fake Naira notes. And all that, just before that, the central bank announced that all currencies, denominations, whether old or new, will go on ad infinitum. So these three sequences of events, I'm beginning to wrap my head around it.
Yeah, I think that I think around June on this program here, we said that, remember that we had a Supreme Court instruction that by December 31st, the old notes will cease to be legal tender. That we have not heard anything from Central Bank of Nigeria on what may happen,
Until a few weeks ago.
We said that in June, and this is December. And nothing happened until we just heard from the day that, they're going to court to get a Supreme Court to overrule that. But you see, because of that, because of the trust, let me use that big word, the trust deficit between the citizens and the government, institutions. And you recall that for a lot of people, it was a life and death situation. The lack of cash, life and death situation.
Around this time last year,
into early January last year.
This year, yes.
So the timing, the same issue, the same circumstance, and nobody was saying anything. And so people started helping themselves. As a matter of fact, not just anybody, even the elites started helping themselves. Before I came into the studio now, somebody just told me about that. Since 3 or 4 months now, he's had about 200, almost 300,000 naira new notes in his wardrobe.
Oh, really?
More than 3 months now. That he specifically got that and just started stockpiling. So you can imagine the aggregation of this thought process.
Yeah.
And where a lot of people are like that. And so CBN comes out and says,
all denominations
are wrong concurrently. Now, but there are a couple of things there that the interplay that affected the smooth flow of money in the value chain. Now, one of them includes the fact that I think there was a policy then that says any new money that comes to any old money that comes to CBN
should be sterilized.
Sterilized. What should go out will be the new money. Now,
but the central bank have said.
But however, no, just hold on. However, that presupposes that our mint, the Nigerian mint, whatever,
the printing company,
should have the capacity, even at the best effort, at full capacity, the mint is not able to print enough money to meet that whatever is the old note,
cash in circulation.
So you see, money is coming out, people are holding them out. Now look at this. CBN thought that people are scared and worried about the cash, the charges required to, you pay when you're bringing cash into the banking system.
Yes.
But they didn't realize that it was because people are holding money. So they removed that charge.
Yes.
Because they noticed the downturn, the low volumes of cash coming to the system.
Yes, deposits.
Deposits coming. Now, some other thing I want to push out there is that I've spoken to a lot of, bank treasurers around the operation. They also told me that usually by this period of the year, some spike in the digital banking transactions, that spike is not happening as it is.
Oh, as it used to be.
As it used to be.
Oh.
Because of two reasons. One, the economic issues we have in the country, that's one. The economic challenges we have. But most importantly, that those digital things have been replaced by what? Cash. So people are holding cash, the trust deficit, statistics, we don't want to be caught twice. Again, remember it was December last year, January, So I have a feeling that by the time we enter January and things don't change,
yes,
there may be a lot of things come up from the wardrobe, start coming up from the cobwebs again into the banking system. But it's just that issue. The major issue is that. And then remember the December period also, a lot of times we require issue with fuel scarcity.
Yes.
But now it's cash scarcity.
We just replace one
in a row. But I mean, as Biff has said, it's just education. They let people know, and CBN has to continue to pump it out there, that the two notes, the old and new, continue to run as legal tender concurrently. Yes. This is for our viewers.
Yes.
So bring out your money from where you have hidden them and bury them. And bring them into the banking system. So money is leaving into the banking system and stay in the wardrobes and the other tunnels. And not circulating. And that's what's happening.
Panic purchase of petrol, panic withdrawals. Yeah. But let's talk about this public debt. It's 7.9 trillion, 114.35.
It didn't balloon. We have gotten to scale now that 1.3 trillion increase in debt. It just described as meh.
We can handle it.
No, it just meh increase by 1.3 trillion. That's the way.
We are used to it now.
We are used to
0.6%. So who cares?
Yeah, but you see, the messages are there. The messages there include the fact that people keep asking me, why do they keep giving Nigeria, lending to Nigeria? I guess they saw it there because our foreign debts actually fell. Because we've shown the capacity to pay back the Euro bonds, $500 million.
Yes.
And part of the, I think, $3.4 billion to borrow from IMF during COVID.
From the World BS.
We were able to pay about $400 million of it.
Right.
So we were able to pay. So that's for viewers, those who keep asking me, why are they still giving Nigeria money when they say we're broke? Because we can actually pay. But the issue is who can pay. But for the individual, let me just describe it for the individual. It's like you're owing money. But what happened now is that you have to pay. Because you have to pay, your children will not eat food. Because then you're paying, instead of going to hospital, you go and see a juju man, because you know how money to go to hospital. So you have to sacrifice something in order to pay your debts. So that's what's happening.
But how will this impact our development, finance, objectives, strategies, and plans?
Yeah, but you see, the right thing I want to put out there is this. And one of the things that has had an impact in this low level of debt is also, remember, we have been talking about in the system, the public finance, in the sense that the oil that used to come into the country, one barrel we used to get converted at about, let's say, 465 naira. But now they convert it at about 750 naira. So on impact basis, most of the states and federal government have got more quantum of naira, even though the dollar earnings may have been the same level. But that has actually helped in reducing the printing of money in the system.
Yes.
And the system. Okay. Because of the fact that we had a quantum of naira, accretion of money arising from the oil earnings. So that is that. But, the government this year, the budget I think is about just barely above 7 trillion in deficit, 9 trillion in deficit to be funded about 7 trillion borrowings. Yes. And let's see how they're going to balance it out and see what's happened. There are a lot of opportunities for our country. If the refineries come on stream, the quantum of dollars to be spent in importing fuel and PMS and allied will reduce, and they have more dollars to put and to defend our currency. And as I said, move our oil production to 3 million barrels per day, and then we'll have another Christmas in March. Merry Christmas in
Bring the money. Thank you so much. Enjoy yourself. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Chika, Mbonu, Arise Business Analyst.